Leave your comments below. Give me your thoughts about the Bears losing 9 straight games, this time losing to the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field on Sunday afternoon. What can be said about a Bears team that has given up on themselves, given up on the fans, given up on the season? That's exactly what's happened to this team. It's one thing to lose against the Detroit Lions, but as I always say, when you beat yourself, it's always the worst. You want to see something better from the offense, and Rome Odunze fumbles the football twice. You have an opportunity to try to move the chains offensively. Can't seem to do that on a regular basis. You know why? Because the defense stinks as well. The secondary is a sieve right now. It's one thing that the Bears can't get to the quarterback enough, but the linebackers in the secondary, they have just folded up the tent for the season. I hate to use the word quit because I don't know what's pumping through the hearts and minds of these players, but I know collectively it looks like they've shut it down. Not just this game against Detroit, but for a while now. And it all stems back to the Washington game. I want you to understand how fragile this football team really is. You have the failed Marion Washington, and since then, this team can't get out of its own way. This football team points fingers at each other. They pointed fingers at Matt Eberflus and the coaching staff, and they have these big platforms talking about how they got turned around and how they have great practices, and yet they can't seem to find a way to get a victory. It's more than likely that the Bears are going to lose the rest of their games. Seattle and then Green Bay and then 1, 2, 3 Cancun and then just out of there. They've quit on themselves. When you have announcers coming in talking about all the talent that the Chicago Bears have, that's fine. But it just shows you how far away the Bears are actually from being a playoff team. There's going to be people like me and all these former players that will tell you that the Chicago Bears are just a little bit away from being a playoff team. And I'm here to tell you that that is a lie. It's a lie. The cornerstone players that you like on this football team aren't playing hard enough to be able to win a football game over the last 8 or 9 weeks. So what makes you think that your favorite players will be able to turn this around in one offseason? This team is behind. I'm watching this football game and I'm watching a Chicago Bears team defensively, a secondary like a sponge. Big play after big play by the Lions. A banged up Lions team, and the Bears can't even keep it close. This is where they are, everybody. Offensive line, defensive line, playmakers in the secondary, head coach, new coaching staff. It's going to take a minute for the Chicago Bears team to be the team that you want them to be. But I just want you to know that these guys, they might be practicing hard, but when the lights come on at the stadium, could not care less. Dead from the neck up, just ready to go home.